work, please. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to season 2, episode 21 of the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast. Um, it's been a week, right?
Yep.
All right. I didn't know if it was longer or not. Sometimes shit be flying. It's already almost February.
Yeah, 4 days.
Shit.
We're almost a month in.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn. Damn.
that's
So, Tigres. Tigres?
yeah, we start with 2 days. So yesterday, there was the New York Baseball Writers Association dinner, and Free School got his silent award.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he finally accepted it. He gave a speech and everything like that. He was talking about him too up there. It was pretty cool.
All right, and I'm so explain the Cy Young.
The Cy Young goes to the best pitcher for either league. So you have the American League and the National League. And one gets one from the National League, and the best pitcher in the American League gets a Cy Young.
Okay.
So you have, and it's, I think it's voted on
Player.
baseball writers.
Oh.
I can't remember which. It's weird because like hockey and baseball and football, they have different groups of people voting for the different awards and stuff like that. It's weird. But yeah, so the main categories that they look for are hits given up, strikeouts, ERA, innings pitched, and wins.
Okay.
So you have a few different categories that they look at. And Drew was the best pitcher in the American League.
Hell yeah, brother!
Oh yeah.
Finally, some good news from the Tigers.
Oh yeah. Well, it was announced that he had won it like a month or two ago, but it was now he officially got his award. Like he has like the plaque and everything.
Okay, cool. Well, that's at least good. I heard that the Bregman talks have gone nowhere and are just halted.
Yeah, I've heard that they're halted too, which apparently they're trying to agree on a term, which is like how long the contract is. Apparently they like the money is working out. Like he doesn't mind coming here for what the Tigers are offering, but he wants a 5 or 6 year deal, and the Tigers are hard capped on a 4 year deal. Which if you give him a 5 year deal, he's probably gonna want maybe more money a year, which would bring up the total
Yeah.
a little bit higher. Or you give him the same amount of money over 5 years, and you get paying less each year, which that would seem like the best case scenario. But if you're hard capped at a four, and he wants to come here for 5 years, just pay him the extra year.
Yeah.
I don't understand because if it
Can it?
works out or if it doesn't, you're still gonna have him for 4 years.
Yeah.
So
Is baseball all guaranteed or is it incentive based too?
yeah, it depends on how you sign your contract. So a lot of the contracts that the Dodgers have signed, they have deferred money.
Mm.
So they paid, Shohei Otani's deal, for example. Like he gets paid like I think $2 million each year, something like that, to start, and then over the I think it's 10 years he signed his contract or whatever. So he gets that $20 million, and then after his contract is over, he gets the deferred money at the very end, which or for like the last like few years or something like that. We talked about it when he first signed it. I can't remember what the details of it right now are, but so it really depends. But usually the money that you sign per year is guaranteed.
Okay.
So
It's not like NFL where
you get a game check or no, yeah.
because what was it? If Mike Evans got the 1,000 yards, he got the 3 mil.
Yeah.
The Simpson bonus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it by like 5 yards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's not like the NBA either, where if you or like the NHL, where it's just like straight up guaranteed.
Yeah.
Um, there are there are contracts where like you do have incentives. I'm pretty sure. I think you can sign incentive based contracts in baseball.
Okay.
I'm not too certain. Like if a player gets a certain amount of hits or a certain amount of home runs or whatever, then you can go up, end up making more money. And then in other news around the league too, Ha-Sung Kim, who the Tigers were after as a free agent, he signed with the Tampa Bay Rays. This happened like minutes ago. I saw it on my phone. Yeah. And then Kirby Yates signed with the Dodgers, and they just made their bullpen that much better, which is very disappointing. It's the Dodgers are probably going to win the World Series again, but you never know. I saw this one thing on my phone. It was like the 125 win Dodgers getting knocked out by the 85 win Reds in the first round of the playoffs. And it's like, yeah, you never know. But the Pistons did lose the other night too. I saw that.
I'm looking at. All right, so they dropped
91 to 110.
Yeah, that was bad. But they're number one in the Eastern Conference.
They are number one in the Eastern Conference, and we did have the two highest scoring players in that game, Cunningham and someone else.
Yeah, so Pistons right now are eighth, which is crazy because like they play the Pacers tonight. So if they win against the Pacers, they'll be 24-23, and that means they would be either 7 or 6, probably.
Yeah, that's where we were when we I think when we checked it last week or maybe the week before when we checked the standings, they were like number 6.
Yeah. Right now we're 500, so we were above 500 by 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
I think we had a stint where we were 3 games above 500. Obviously, that's not happening now.
I saw something on my phone as well about us trading for what's his face? LaMelo was on the Hornets, right? Or is
Lonzo
was on the Lakers?
Lonzo's on. I don't know.
I can't remember which one is, but the one from the Lakers, I saw something about.
Melo is on the Hornets.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Lonzo Ball is on the Lakers. I saw something about him possibly getting traded here. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either.
I
I don't want to deal with the big baller brand. To be honest with you. Apparently, also this is not this is news, but apparently Brownie is really fucking sucky.
Which that's no. What did we say? What did we say?
He did anything good in college either. I think he only averaged like 10 points a game.
No, yeah, he wasn't. The only reason why he was coming to the league was so he could play with his dad.
Yeah, which he's doing, but apparently he's kind of sucks. Stephen A is like, please, Bron, make this stop. Like, it's bad. And Reddick, the coach, doesn't seem to be helping either.
No.
Which kind of sucks because that's your dad's teammate and probably like a really good friend of his too.
Yeah.
Because they were close on the Cavs.
And that's probably who got him the job there.
Yeah.
So
it's rough.
Yeah. It's tough. When you don't have it's the same thing like with the Tigers too. Like we saw guys up in the league. It's like, okay, this guy doesn't belong in the major leagues. And he would get sent back down.
Yeah.
He's just not getting sent down to the G League.
Yeah.
it's like you're only there because your dad's there, and everybody knows it.
And the thing is, we're like, Broad is so old, and we're like wondering when he stopped playing. He's like 42 and he's still playing.
Yeah.
And he's actually like good still. Yeah. It's not like, no, he's not the GOAT. I saw a thing today that was going over who has the most championships.
Yeah.
And it's like, who has the highest points per game in the postseason? Who has the highest? Exactly. Everything's Jordan.
Yeah.
There was one thing. It was like, who has 31 like points per game in the finals? There's 2 people, and it's like Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. Bron isn't even.
Oh yeah.
Bron isn't even on the list.
Yeah, I saw one thing. It was like, who has a higher 3-point percentage? Who has more baskets made? It's like LeBron. LeBron's GOAT. And it's like, if you knew anything about Jordan, you know that he didn't shoot threes. Yeah. It's like, so it doesn't matter. It's like, your point is
all all that matters is the championships. At the end of the day,
By that logic, Bill Russell would be the best of all time. He's got like 11 of them.
technically the Yankees only have two.
Yeah, no. But yeah, if you take the new playoff format, the Yankees only won 2 championships with the new playoff format. They won all the other ones when there was only 2 rounds and then 3 rounds. Now that there's 4 rounds, they've only won 2.
It's hard to win without steroids.
So, yeah, and it's hard to win when you don't have what's his face, Steinbrenner, paying out millions of dollars. I mean, they still are. They're still having a very high payroll, but you know what I mean. Like, they don't have Hall of Fame level players up and down the lineup like they do. Michigan dropped out of the top 25 for college basketball. I saw that. Michigan State's ranked number 7.
Well, Michigan State's always been pretty good. At this point, I would say Michigan State is a basketball school.
Yeah, their football team sucks. So yeah, I would say that too. Michigan State hockey is also doing pretty well.
Yeah.
They, I think they're number 3 or something like that. They were number 1. I think Denver is number 1 right now. I can't remember.
Did you hear what Ryan Day went on like failing or something? And this ties into basketball. That's why I'm saying this. Apparently, LeBron's like, "Oh, I could play for Ohio State," and Ryan Day goes, "You would have to earn a spot on the team." LeBron is 6'9".
I mean,
Could LeBron get? He would get pressed off the line, and I don't think he could do that much. But all he has to do is really just jump.
well, what would he play? Wide receiver?
And then,
I mean, yeah, but
that's
I
a
mean,
6'9" tight end.
yeah,
How would you cover that?
that's a good question. But also, I mean, we have to take into effect how fast LeBron is. Like, is LeBron fast in pads?
No.
Because he could be fat, right? Exactly. So
It's a lot different from wearing, 30, 40 pounds of pads to
just a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it is way different, and also the dudes, it's a completely different sport. If he gets tackled like one time, that could be it.
Well, the thing is, as a defender, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm aiming straight for the knee.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that's what you're told ever since like Little League growing up. It's like, if they're a giraffe, go for the knees. So, and that's that ACL, MCL, everything is just torn.
Because I didn't he have a knee injury earlier in his career too?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has.
So I mean, yeah, if he tweaks that, if like running a route, or if he gets tackled the wrong way, that could be it for football and basketball.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is also never gonna happen.
It's too late.
Yeah,
We're not going to see it. How old is LeBron?
I think he's 41 or 42.
How old is LeBron James? 40 years old. Yeah, he ain't quarterback. So
No, that would really be like the only other place that he could play would be like quarterback or tight end, or if you made him like a linebacker.
nah, he would have to be like a stand-up defensive back.
Right? Yeah, or yeah, like, but again, like,
Not
he's
gonna
40 years old. He's not as fast as these 20-year-old kids.
Yeah.
So no, he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it never happened. But I just thought that was kind of funny.
In your dreams, LeBron.
Yeah.
It would also be hilarious if he lost to Michigan too. That would be the fury.
Well, the thing is, LeBron was from Cleveland, right?
Yeah, he was at the national championship game. He's apparently been an Ohio State fan all his life.
Well, it makes sense. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah, or he went to Akron.
He didn't go to college.
What do you mean?
LeBron didn't go to college.
He played football in college.
What?
I thought he went to Akron.
No, he went straight to the league.
Maybe he was like Derek Jeter, where he went to school there, but didn't play there. like he was enrolled or something like that. Because I know Derek Jeter technically went to the University of Michigan, but he never played baseball here. He went straight to the Yankees.
Searching it up right now. Sorry. He played at St. Vincent's St. Mary High School in his hometown of Akron.
Oh, he's from Akron.
He's from Akron. But he went to St. Vincent St. Mary.
And then straight to the league.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I thought he went to Akron because like I said, Derek Jeter went to Michigan but never played for Michigan.
How that works.
Well, it's different. Like he would have enrolled in the fall and then went to school fall and spring and then played in the summer for the Yankees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes.
Hochi?
Yes, Hochi. So the Red Wings are currently 2 points out of a playoff spot.
Ooh.
Yes. We play tomorrow against the who do we play tomorrow against? Edmonton in Edmonton at 9 p.m. Who Todd McClellan used to coach.
Oh, revenge game.
I think 3 years ago. I think it was 2021 was when he went from the Oilers to the Kings.
Revenge game.
Oh. Yes, revenge game. He also got revenge against his former team, his immediate former team in the LA Kings.
Yeah.
Beat him. So
5-2.
Yeah, 5-2. That was a good game. That team that felt like a playoff game a little bit. And the Red Wings are now 24, 21, and 5 with 53 points. Let's see. We won at home against Montreal, Tampa, LA by 2+ goals.
Nice.
Which that's fantastic. We've had all 4 scoring lines, all lines scoring, contributing and stuff like that. We moved Marco Casper up to the top line.
Are they here or are they?
They're away next game. Yeah. I think they go on a little bit of a waste. I can't remember. But then we have the Flyers who are 1 point behind us, and then the Canadians, Blue Jackets, Flyers, and Lightning all play Thursday night as well, who are all around the Red Wings in the standings. So it's kind of almost a little bit of a must-win for us to keep our spot in the standings.
Yeah.
And we're rooting for obviously all those teams to lose. No, it's not. All those teams are going to lose. But
hey, God's out there.
Tonight, though, you're right. Yeah. Tonight we are New Jersey Devils fans because New Jersey Devils are in a playoff spot. I think second in the Metro, and the Flyers are right behind us. So if they lose, then they'll stay down there. But if they win, they'll jump us.
Oh no!
They'll go from 52 to 54 points. So then we'll be 3 teams behind instead of the second team out.
Yeah.
Because I think above us is one other team. I can't remember who off the top of my head. And then it's us. And then it's currently Boston and Tampa in the playoffs in the Atlantic, or in the wild card. In the Atlantic playoff spot teams are Toronto, Florida, and Ottawa, which is interesting. So
yeah, cool.
We have there's a couple guys who actually made their NHL, or just one guy made their NHL debut. Blom came back up, but he was already in the NHL, and then Dominic Shine, who's 31 years old, never played in the NHL before. He's from Detroit. Went to Western Michigan. No, went to I think Northern Michigan to play hockey.
Are they D1?
Northern Michigan?
I know they're D2 overall, but are they D1 in hockey?
I'm not sure. I know that there are numerous Michigan. There's obviously Michigan. There's Michigan Flint, Michigan State, Western Michigan, Michigan Tech. Central's not D1 in hockey.
Oh shit!
No,
really?
No, yeah, they're D1 in football. Yeah, they're not in hockey.
Yeah.
I don't. At least they could be like a very low D1, but I don't think they are D1 because I don't think Michigan's played them. Because what we'll do is we'll play all of the Michigan teams. We'll play Michigan Tech, Western, Michigan State. So and then but Northern's a good one. I think Northern might be like a really low D1 if they are. If not, they're a D2.
What Lake Superior State's D1, right? For hockey.
Yeah, Lake Superior. That's one of the teams that's like a fringe D1. I think because I don't think Michigan plays them very often. Or they used to be D1 or something like that, and they got dropped down, or they're like a new D1 that is getting moving up the ladder. Or something like that. Because when I went there, I think when I went up to Sault Ste. Marie, I think 2 years ago, or maybe last year. I think it was last year. I saw a schedule on the
Oh, okay.
on the wall, and they played Michigan last year, so that would make them a D1 as of last year. But this year, I don't know if we play them or not.
Oh, all right, fair enough. It's been a long time since I've been inside of Yost.
I've never been to Yost for a hockey game. Driven past it. I went inside, but I never was at a hockey
All
game.
right, I'm going on SeatGeek, not a sponsor, but I'm going to go on SeatGeek and see how much tickets are. We'll take it.
And we couldn't end up winning a championship this year. We definitely have a championship caliber team. But there are some really good teams out there in NCAA hockey. There's Michigan State. That's a really good team. Denver is really good again. Minnesota State. Western Michigan's actually really good too. Um, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
You want to go to.
audio format.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure out when we can go.
We can figure it out after the pod.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. But
Because they're not.
we
I mean,
do,
hockey's not even that expensive to go to when you're in college, anyways.
no, yeah, we do have to go to Red Wing game this year. I haven't been to Red Wing game this year yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk about that after the pod.
yeah. I've been to those games for Pistons game,
I
right?
haven't been to a Pistons game in a while, dude.
Yeah.
Shit,
You're gonna
spent
have
all
to.
my money, dude.
But yeah, we're gonna hit up some Tigers games this year too. Because last year I only went to two, I think.
Oh,
I want to go
you
more.
poor bastard, you.
Dude, no, I got the last time I was at the Tigers. The Tigers game was against the Dodgers when it
Oh,
was 0.2%
oh,
percent chance to go to the playoffs. And we made that huge playoff run, and I didn't go to the
yeah.
game for it. I
Adams,
lost, obviously.
Adams' dad bought season tickets.
Yeah, he bought I think 20 games or 24 games or something like that.
Yeah,
Which yeah.
I forgot how much he said he spent.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. We'd have to find
But
that out.
I haven't been over to Adam's house in a while.
Yeah.
We need to have him on the pod as well.
We do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We haven't had him on the podcast in a minute.
Yeah,
Since we went over to his house and we all the five of us were on the podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
But is that
Awesome.
it for all the?
Um.
You guys all go.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's everything. Oh, actually, we have there's a few injuries on the Rings. There's Tarasenko, who is sick. He was sick earlier in the month, and now he's out with the illness again. And then Patrick Kane has an upper body injury. And JT Confer as well. And oh yeah, we do have one more thing for the Red Wings. So when we played the Tampa Bay Lightning, there was a huge play at the end of the game that was talking about all over the hockey world. So Michael Rasmussen scored an empty net goal,
Mm,
and he was like cutting to the net, and he got tripped blatantly by Nikita Kucherov.
mm,
He like chopped at his skate blade, took his skate blade out. He goes tumbling into the net, and he got hurt after it. He ended up going to the locker room afterwards. No call, no fine, nothing.
mm.
Connor McDavid, that like 2 days earlier, cross checks somebody and gets a 3 game suspension and a fine. But Connor McDavid technically is a repeat offender, or
Yeah.
he has history because he got suspended, I think in like 2019 or something like that, for 2 games. And Nikita Kucherov is the same thing. He got suspended in I think it was the same year when they were doing it when they had the cup run in 2019. I could I think yeah I think it was in the playoffs. I could be wrong,
Mm.
but he got suspended as well, so he's technically a repeat offender as well. But it's just crazy how the play that McDavid had was arguably worse, but not as worse because this play that Kucherov pulled off actually injured somebody. And it took him out of the game and it took him back to the locker room, which that should have been at least a penalty because it was a blatant trip. Like you can see, it slowed
Yeah.
down and everything. It was not a clean play. So
Mm. Um.
it just sucks that something like that happens to a player, and if he could have gotten injured worse, because he played the next game, but he could have gotten injured worse, and there would have been no penalty or nothing happened to Nikita Kucherov,
Yeah.
which that's just disappointing.
So, this is more of basketball news. Did you see that there was a brawl in the stands versus the St. Louis versus VCU game?
College?
Yeah, there
No.
was a big ass brawl in the stands. No idea why, but
Between
that's
fans?
yeah. It was with fans like spectators, um, which is kind of weird, but also going through the top 25 for men's basketball. Auburn is number one right now, at least in the AP.
Yeah.
Um, Kansas is number 11. When Marquette is at number 9, which I don't know much about basketball to be honest with you.
Marquette, that's not Marquette, Michigan, though.
No. St. John's is in the top 25.
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is. Um, but yeah, I don't know that much about basketball, so I can't really say whether this is good or bad. I should text my one buddy that does know basketball and see what he thinks about it. But if I had to pick a dark horse candidate to win it all, I'm gonna say Vanderbilt. I don't know.
Vanderbilt.
I don't know, dude. Just looking at this shit, I don't know. Also, uh, we we have to uphold our shit. Brittany Griner is going to the Dream, I think. Hold on, let me find it. Well,
I saw that someone was going to L.A. I think it wasn't because I don't know where the dream it. Well, I don't know where the dream is.
she's leaving Phoenix, and she got traded to the Dream, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then Caitlin Clark said, "Fuck the NBA three-point contest."
Good.
She's fully done, dude. I don't know why she just doesn't leave and go to Europe or get more money with Ice Cube and the Big Three. I really don't.
Because she probably wants to stick with the WNBA to actually make the WNBA into something. Like, because without her, it's going to go back to the way it was.
Yeah, I mean,
But I mean, going back to what you were saying about the men's bracket, one candidate that I think could honestly go pretty far is Michigan State. They're number
yeah.
7. They're probably going to end up being like a third or fourth seed.
Oh, so Atlanta Dream. Sorry, it's Atlanta Dream.
Atlanta Dream. You could have asked me 1,000 times what city they played in, and I never would have got it.
I would have said Vegas.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, but yeah, but we are sports podcasters. We got to talk about it.
of course.
She's been with Phoenix for 11 years. So.
Oh, 10. No, but yeah. So I mean, I watched. So the last game that I watched was Tennessee versus Auburn, I think, because it was a 1 versus 4, or maybe it was out. No, it wasn't because it wasn't Bama versus Auburn. I think it was Tennessee versus Auburn.
Well, the thing is, I never watched college football or college basketball. Sorry, I never watched college basketball until March Madness, unless like Nick or somebody's like, "Hey, we gotta watch this game. It's a big game,"
Usually I'll watch it like if I get home,
and it's
like
on.
late, and it's on, or I'm done watching hockey and it's on. I'll watch because there's usually a couple like pretty good late games that are on. Like I was saying, like I watched the Auburn game the other night,
Yeah,
but or if Michigan's playing like Michigan State, or if they're playing like a top 25, like another top 25 team, or if they're playing someone close to them in the rankings, I'll probably watch it, or
Mhm.
I'll at least pay attention to it. like I'll switch over and I'll watch it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really watch it all too often, to be honest, either until March Madness. Then I'll keep up with the bracket. I'll, obviously fill out the bracket challenge and all that. Um, which have you seen? Do you know the odds of the March Madness bracket?
No.
I'll show you a video after the podcast. The odds of you getting a perfect bracket are so insanely small. It's not even funny.
Oh no.
Like it's legitimately like they could have the March Madness bracket for another 100 years, and nobody ever in the world might ever get a perfect bracket.
Damn.
There was the only time somebody came close was there was this little kid in I want to say like 2016 or 17 or something like
Was he
that.
like one off?
He got to the Final Four. Then he got the
Yeah.
Final Four wrong,
Yeah.
which was like mind-boggling.
Dude, the amount of money that bet could have made and you cashed out early.
Dude, yeah. Like if you bet down to like the Final Four and you're like cash out, yeah, you probably could make a buck off of it. Because I don't know if any of those betting sites do a bracket.
I'm sure they do. I can
They
check
might,
right now.
or you might have to just like create one, like create like a huge parlay,
Oh fuck,
like
dude.
a 32 leg parlay for the 64 games or for the 64 teams.
I don't know, dude. Yeah.
Because he didn't just get all 64 teams right. He got the
Yeah.
play-ins right too. Like he picked like this team to go all the way, and then
Let's see. Um, make tournament to make men's.
to make the tournament. So
Yeah.
we probably have to check back once the bracket actually gets made because we're still like a month and a half out.
Yeah.
But you can select teams that are probably because this only shows the top 25. Obviously, there's 68 teams that get into the bracket because you have the four
Yeah.
playing games.
I don't know if it actually lets you. Who knows?
Well, yeah,
I'm sure it does, just not right now.
right, yeah,
Especially at FanDuel. But
yeah. Who knows? I mean, it might not be FanDuel either. It could be like could be like ESPN Bet or something like that does it
yeah.
because they have their own stuff now. But yeah, I think the most that I ever got was I got the full first round right one year, and then the second round I just tanked.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a bracket and
Oh yeah, we have to.
we'll see. So, yeah. Other than that, I don't really got much now that we're going to get into football.
Yes. So, Lions, I'm sure as all Lions fans know, we hired a new offensive and defensive coordinator. Our new offensive coordinator is John Morton, not Johnny Morton, John Morton. And our new defensive coordinator is former linebacker coach Kelvin Shepard.
And we also hired the D line coach from Tampa.
Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because our defensive line coach left and we got him and he's in his time with the Buccaneers, and this is including with the Super Bowl when they went to the Super Bowl. He had a top 5 defensive line in all of his years there, and it was never lower than top 7 in all those years, defense overall, I guess.
That's pretty good, actually. That could help out our D line a lot.
He's arguably one of the best D line coaches in the league.
Huh. Yeah, actually, I didn't see that though. That's pretty sweet.
And they have Kalijah on the Tampa Bay Bucks. They have Vita Vea and Kalijah Cansey.
Yeah.
And look what those two guys are fucking wrecking balls.
Elijah Cansey, I think, is still rumored to come to the Lions because I think he's a free agent next year or something.
Oh, all right. But either way,
Yeah.
we have DJ Reader, who's like Vita Vea,
Right.
and Aleem McNeil, which is like
Elijah Cansey.
So imagine what he can do with that.
Right. And he'll have hopefully a fully healthy Hutch next year and Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
Which that'll be bonkers. And then you're probably gonna have John Kaminsky back next year. Hopefully Marcus Davenport.
Yeah.
Levi Onwuzurike, if we sign him back, which I feel like we definitely should sign him back. That was.
You think Pascal's out there?
I think if anything, there are probably two two guys that I think that of the Lions free agents that we shouldn't really worry about losing. And that's probably Tim Patrick, especially if we're going to draft a wide receiver this year, which is rumored that we're going to do. But he was key for us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I think we should hold off on receiver
What do you mean?
because our all right. So say, are we keeping JML then, or
I don't see why you wouldn't.
okay? Why would you go wide receiver? You would beef out the whole line first. Or at least that's what I would feel like you should do.
Well, yeah, I didn't say first round wide receiver.
Oh, all right,
No, yeah.
all right. I thought we're going to get to that later on in season 3.
Right, yeah. No. I don't think we should right away jump on a wide receiver. We should definitely start with the O line. But you have on the O line, if Zeitler is out and if Skipper retires, and you never know how Ragnar's going to be health wise next year,
Or Glasgow.
or Glasgow, I'm not too worried about because he did get kind of banged up this year, and usually our offensive linemen have been like kind of off and on per year,
Yeah.
whether or not they're healthy.
And Decker too.
Yeah, Decker had kind of like his not so healthy year this year. Last year he got banged up a little bit, but he played through.
Yeah.
And then I don't even want to talk about Sewell. I don't even want to touch that. I don't want to say anything. But now we'll have Christian Mahogany, who
Exactly.
I called his draft pick coming to the Lions, and he's played a hell of a fucking game for us, which is crazy. Which he could get a starting job.
Our NFL drafting was in-house.
NFL draft, yes. I think I got like, I was fairly close on a lot of other ones, but that was the one that I nailed though. I nailed like round, and he was going to get.
I said Barton, I think. I
Don't
don't remember.
Martin.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's fucking Hawkeye.
Barton went to the other team, like Indian. No, I forget where he went, but he got drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not important. Really important.
Yeah, who knows?
We'll get to that in season 3.
Yeah. We should also keep receipt. Well, keeping receipts. We could like go like after the draft. We can see like who we like if we were close or not. Or, like,
Also, we could just rewatch our video of who we drafted. Or
I think I still have my old list too, so I could.
I don't. I got rid of it.
Oh shit.
At least mine, I didn't.
But we had so the different series we had like Tim Patrick, Iffy Malafanu, Levi Onwuzurike. Oh yeah. Ben Neiman, Josh Pascal, Derek Barnes, Tim Patrick, and one other dude. I think he's like a second string. Actually, I brought up the list of Lions free agents before, and and I had looked at it. But if there's two guys that I think that we would be okay with losing, I feel like Pascal would be one of them, and then either Neiman or Tim Patrick would be the other one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do like how deep your your linebacker core has been, because that was one of our biggest hurt areas on the defense, especially now with Kelvin Shepard stepping up and being the DC. He's worked with a lot of those guys, so him being the DC now, he kind of wants that relationship and that familiarity.
Yeah.
So it would make sense for them to keep him, especially if he signs for something kind of low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would not mind seeing him back. Carlton Davis is another one that's a big one. John Kaminsky is a big one. Marcus Davenport, Emmanuel Mosley. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Skipper's a free agent. Kindle Vildor.
We could probably.
He did play well. He did play a lot better than he did last year. Craig Reynolds, our third string running back.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of guys that are going to get signed to the practice squad too.
And there are, yeah, Definitely. And I mean, we're probably going to pick up a couple free agents this year, too. We're probably going to get a couple guys in the draft.
And Brad, we trust.
In Brad, we trust. He hasn't nailed all of them. There's obviously draft picks that haven't worked out. There's draft picks in this last draft.
Was he Jeff Okuda?
No, I think that was the year before he came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like a solid 85%,
It was Patricia and Quinn. Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
They have Derek Barnes, John Kaminsky, Marcus Davenport, Carlton Davis, Melifonwu, and Levi Onwuzurike, all in the top 10 free agents that we have, at least.
Yeah.
So I feel like if there are two guys that you'd be willing to lose, it would be Pascal.
Yeah.
Which is he listed?
He has to be. Even if he's not, I don't think we'll keep him.
He's not a free agent.
I think we'll trade him.
We could end up trading him, or we could. You never know. I mean, he definitely wouldn't hurt staying. Like, it's not like he's
but you just always hurt. Like, that's the story, though. Like, he's always hurt. Same thing with Onwuzurike, man.
That is true.
They're always hurt.
Oh yeah, Onwuzurike. Davenport's been an injury case since he's been here. He played 4 weeks for us this year, which was kind of the thing that we had going in. It's like this guy he was always.
Oh, Davenport didn't even play.
Davenport played a little bit. 2022 stats or 2 games, 1 tackle, half a sack, and 4 QB rushes.
Oh well.
So he played 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Derek Barnes played 3 games
this year.
Yes. He suffered a significant knee injury in Week 3 at Arizona, which required surgery and cost him the rest of the season.
Great. All right.
And he had 10 tackles and 1 pass deflected. And Marcus Davenport played 2 games. Melifonwu only played 4 games this year. 12 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, a sack, and 2 QB rushes. Or 2 QB hits.
All right.
And then you have, let's see, what did John Kaminsky do? John Kaminsky played, he didn't play all of it.
Yeah.
He had an FCL.
Yeah, it was yeah.
Which they were talking about him coming back towards the end of the year, like, oh, he could come back, and we just never fucking heard anything.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, I was like,
we said it multiple times.
Yeah, I was like,
he should be back. He should be back any week now.
Nope.
No.
Tim Patrick, 36 receptions, 416 yards with 3 touchdowns. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions, 30 yards. Kendallville, he's a defensive back. I'm looking at the wide receivers right now. Greg Reynolds, 31 rushes, 190 yards, 3 receptions for 40 yards. And then Saint Zylstra, 1 reception for 22 yards. Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good game. And then you have Trevor Nowaske. He had 23 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, 1 QB hit, 1 interception.
I think we should keep him.
Because he, along with, let's see what Ben Neiman did this year. Because Ben Neiman stepped up due to all of our injuries. Ben Neiman has 25 tackles, 1 pass deflection, and 1 fumble recovery. So, I mean, those are two depth linebackers that you could keep because our starting linebacker core is Barnes, Anzalone, Rodriguez, and Campbell.
Yeah.
That would ideally be your top 4. And you have Nowaske and Ben Neiman and Reeves Maben stepping in there. And then I think Melifonwu was technically listed as an outside linebacker, but he plays sometimes plays corner, kind of plays like that rover position a little bit. So you could end up keeping those 2 guys, give yourself some depth, especially if you lose Derek Barnes this year. And then, let's get someone in the draft. Jack Sawyer in the draft.
Fucking no. No.
I wouldn't. My opinion on Ohio State guys coming to the Lions is once you're a Lion, you're a Lion, and I'm going to root.
All right. So
I do like Taylor Decker.
All right, fine. So are you going to take JT or are you going to take Jack Sawyer? Which would you rather have?
JT who?
Suey. I'm
Too
allowed.
young are they?
No.
Or no?
44 on Ohio State.
I'm taking Jack Sawyer.
Okay. So, because one's a strong side and one's a weak side defensive end. Because Ohio State had 4-3.
Yeah. I mean, well, it would depend on what Kelvin Shepard wants to do, and it also depends on who you keep. Because if you lose Onzarike and you lose Malafanu and Barnes, let's say you lose all three, you probably want to take Sawyer. But if you keep Barnes and you keep Onzarike, or if you keep Barnes and Onzarike, you might want to take JT.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what you do in this.
Is Hutch a strong or weak side defensive end, first off?
Hutch is a strong side. Yeah, he's a left end.
I would take, if Hutch is strong, I would take a weak.
Yeah, probably because then that's what Zaria Smith plays.
Yeah.
We moved into Hutch's position.
Yeah.
But he usually plays on the strong side or weak side. Yeah, and so we'd probably in that case if you do have him, if you do have both of them, and like I was saying, if you keep Barnes,
you would make Sawyer outside then.
You would make Sawyer an outside and fill in and help with the pass rush.
You could probably make JT an outside too.
You could, but like I said, that all depends on who you lose. Because if you lose Barnes, you probably want to get Sawyer and make him a straight up linebacker, or like a strong side, or
yeah,
or have
he would be like the Will linebacker.
Yeah,
Will or Sam, but I would rather have him in the Will.
Right. Or you'd have, if you lose Ojirika, you probably want to put him on the weak side and help with the pass rush as an outside linebacker.
Okay.
So, but
yeah. I guess it all depends. Like he's learned under Aaron Glenn, so
who has?
Calvin Shepard. So
right, which that plays into him staying with the linebacker core. And if we do lose Onzarike, you would probably want Sawyer to be an outside linebacker on the weak side.
Yeah.
And then you could maybe have, because Hutch has been moved to the interior before, and you have an outside linebacker on the outside of him rushing. Like you have Anzalone or Pascal on the outside of him rushing.
Imagine the stunts you could do with Jack Sawyer and Hutch.
It would be crazy because you have Taylor Decker, who's the senior guy to Graham Glasgow, an Ohio State guy and a Michigan guy, and you have Hutch, who's the senior guy to Jack Sawyer, a Michigan guy and Ohio State guy, on both sides of the ball.
All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Not quite, but you know what I mean.
And our enemy is the fucking Chiefs.
Exactly. But I think it would be cool. Like I said, once you're lying, you're lying. I don't care who you played for.
Fair enough.
But because, like I said, I like Taylor Decker. Taylor Decker and Graham Glasgow work good on that side. And it's funny that I had the bet where Decker had to wear the Michigan jersey after Michigan won. I thought that was cool, and it kind of shows their friendship a little bit.
Yeah.
Which that's sweet. I'm just gonna say, but it would be really cool to see a Michigan guy and Ohio State guy go after the quarterback together
and get the shared sack
and kick the shit out of them.
My God!
A shared sack.
Oh
my God!
That look like be fighting who actually gets the sack, the full sack.
Yeah.
You know damn well, because Hutch is going to get there first, and Sawyer's going to clean it up, and then Sawyer's going to be like, I got him to the ground.
Yeah.
This is insane if we actually draft Jack Sawyer, but I don't think he's going to go earlier than 28.
Yeah, he might go. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying JT.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad with either of them, but ideally, you'd probably want.
Or like an Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting.
Yeah, this is for season 3.
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
You want to talk about the
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
We got to talk about it.
So let's talk about this year's and the next year's because we made a.
And before we talk about next year, I want to talk about Michigan's schedule for next year for football.
Oh, okay.
New Mexico, I would say, is a W.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me bring it up as well. I want to see. Michigan football.
Me and you go into this game.
Yeah.
So New Mexico W.
Yeah.
Oklahoma toss up.
Yeah, it's at Oklahoma too.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a toss up.
Yeah,
Central Michigan.
probably a win.
Yeah. The Bussin' Bowl
Nebraska
in
at Nebraska.
Nebraska.
That's going to be a good one, but I still think Michigan wins that one.
Wisconsin, I still think is a win.
Yeah, I think they could be a win.
SC.
That's going to be a good game.
I think we'll figure out a lot from Michigan with the Nebraska and Wisconsin game.
Yeah.
Or maybe from Oklahoma. Who knows?
Yeah.
I did see today that the NCAA is still trying to figure out the Connor Stallion situation.
I did see that. Yeah, they were talking about it on the radio today.
Yeah, so Michigan, if it's like a chapter 1 or whatever, that means no postseason for Michigan.
Yeah.
So it would really suck if we go undefeated and then it's
And
like
we can't play in the playoffs.
with a chapter 1. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But let's just say USC is a toss up.
Yeah. I think that I think that also if we get a chapter 1 it means no bowl game, even if we do qualify.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we have Washington, a rematch from last year.
I think we'll win that.
Yeah, I think last year we got like fucked up last year, but this year hopefully we'll be better and we'll win that game.
Michigan State, Purdue, Northwestern, I think is a W across the board.
Yeah, and then we get.
I'll say a toss up for Michigan State versus Michigan because it always is.
Those are two away games in a row going into the game as
well. Oh my god! Jesus!
And it's here this year.
Who do I have to suck off to get that game?
I need them.
I've never been to the game.
No.
You should mention that. Be like, hey.
Yeah, I should be like, hey, if Ryan gets tickets this year, hey, you should slide me Ohio State tickets. I'll if you need help with anything, I'll just jump right on it. Yeah, I'll come over. Yeah. By the way, have you given out Ohio State yet? No. Okay, sweet. Can I get it? Today, so I know that I get them, and I can clear my schedule. I am not working that day. Zero. No. This year I was working and I watched it in the office,
and people, bystanders are like, "What the hell's going on in that office?"
Peeking around the corner. What the hell are you doing over there? Oh yeah, I'm watching something. I'm watching the game.
He goes, yes, 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 and he's just standing around. He's just sitting in the corner. He's just screaming yes. They're like, "What are you doing in that corner?"
Yeah, when they missed the last field goal, I was like, oh, yes, yeah. I was like,
it's going to be crazy because Bryce Underwood is our thing now. Justice Haynes, Jordan Marshall is the oh my god, I'm so excited,
dude! We have a really good team this year.
Yeah,
with a lot of freshmen and sophomore players. A lot of transfers.
And then our linebacker core is older dudes, so it's solidified.
Oh, yeah, we got 4 guys from Alabama this year too.
Yeah, it's not. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, Super Bowl. I might be. Go Eagles first. Eagles fan died.
What?
Yeah, Eagles fan. I don't know if it was from the NFC chip game, but he decided to climb a pole and fell 40 feet and died today.
Yo, shit gets crazy in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I remember when the Phillies made the World Series a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
People they were like, "Yo, relax. We haven't won it yet," and they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, so that happened. Also,
unfortunate. Obviously, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But Phillies fans get crazy for their sports.
Yeah. And then Belichick just said, fuck it, rename the Lombardi Trophy after Brady.
Did he really say that?
Yes.
They're not going to do that.
They're not, but still. That's also the other thing. Since he's with UNC now, how crazy is that team going to be?
A lot of guys want to go there to play with him. Like, there's
I
going to be a
wonder
lot
why.
of transfers. Oh, yeah, definitely. Just to say that you got coached by Bill Belichick, who's arguably the best coach of all time.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Now let's get into Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. The Bills should have made it. Let's just start out with that. It should be Bills Eagles.
What did we talk about, dude?
We kind of called it. We were like, there's going to be some bullshit where they're going to get into the Super Bowl, and there was. I mean, where do we start with it?
I fucking called it, man.
Dude, what like where? I mean,
Man,
like,
I hate being right, man.
I love. So I watched Rich Eisen and Bill Burr, their podcast or their interview, and he said that like Bill Burr said that he doesn't think it's fixed, but he thinks it's massaged, and that's the perfect way to put it. That's the most perfect way
No,
to put
I
it.
think it's fucking fixed, dude.
Well, no, it's fixed by the refs, and the refs kind of make it like
Bro.
they make it so that it's.
Speaking of which, I have Philly fans in my phone because in Iowa they don't have a professional sports team, so you get people from all walks of life. That you have people that are Kentucky fans, but they grew up in Iowa. And then you also have people that grow up in Iowa and that are fans of the Eagles, which is fine. And then they're fans of Ohio State, which, what the fuck is wrong with
What are you
you?
doing?
Yeah.
You're an Iowa fan. That's the one team we have.
Iowa sucks.
Win what, football?
And everything.
I mean, football, they haven't sucked. Recently, they have been.
Iowa is a defensive school, and that's and a tight end school.
Tight end university for real.
And then if you're a fullback, I guess that counts as well. But even Iowa State went kind of far this year, but they still kind of suck.
Iowa State's like number 8 in basketball.
Yeah. But either way, I tried calling him. He was at work, but I hate to break the news to him. I want Philly to win.
Oh, I mean,
everybody wants Philly to win.
I saw a thing on Instagram too. It was like a map of who wants wants to win the Super Bowl, and it was like a dot in Kansas City, and then like the state of Pennsylvania for the Eagles. And it's like that's it. Like everyone can both teams lose.
Yeah,
like,
dude, honestly, it was like the same thing with the national championship, dude. It's like, oh, you won, cool,
right? Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. When we talked to Mike was like, no, like, screw both of them. Because like Michigan and Notre Dame obviously have that old rivalry, and Michigan Ohio State obviously it's the rivalry.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted Notre Dame to win because I'm not a Notre Dame fan, but I don't mind Notre Dame as a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
Like I don't not like them. But same thing with like the Maple Leafs. Like I'm a Red Wing fan, but I don't not like the Maple Leafs. I more hate the Penguins and the Bruins.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. But this year, like I know Jeremy, I know your brother is a Philly fan. He likes the Eagles and he likes the Phillies and he likes the Flyers. I like the Flyers as well. And so I know he's gonna be rooting for the Eagles just straight up.
All right, so based off of everything now, it's everybody in America, if we had to pick, is picking for the Eagles except the whole NFC East and Kansas City.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, everybody else in the NFC, like Washington, obviously doesn't want them to win because they got beat to go, so they probably want the Chiefs to win. Commanders fans, but other than that, everybody else,
Cowboys fans and Giants fans. Other than that, everybody wants Kansas City to lose.
Right? Yeah, I'd say maybe even Giants fans are probably the biggest wild card because of Saquon. There are some fans who probably would like to see him win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but then there are other fans who really hate him.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But at that point, you should just hate your owner.
No, yeah, that's definitely. And Mike Valenti on 97.1, he says like he doesn't mind. He doesn't hate Saquon. He hates the Giants. Yeah, how they handle the situation. Yeah, which is, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's like a lot of like Yankees fans. Yeah, like Yankees fans don't hate the team; they hate the owners. Yeah, which
so obviously we want the Eagles to win, but it's going to be so fucking hard when the refs are against you.
It's going to suck. It really. That's what we're talking about, the boycott. Like there's a legitimate movement around football fans that we like. A lot of them
like
might not watch the Super Bowl. Oh yeah,
they want to make this Super Bowl the least watched in history.
Good. It probably is going to be anyways. It might honestly just be because nobody. I mean, when Brady was going on his magical Super Bowl runs, they were at least
entertaining,
and for the most part legitimate. You do have Deflategate and Spygate and all that shit, but
they weren't giving him calls.
They weren't giving him calls. It kind of like the whole "don't touch the quarterback" thing may have started with him, like in his last few years with the Patriots, but it wasn't called to where the level for Mahomes is.
Yeah,
like the one guy from Houston in the first round game. He didn't even knock him to the ground.
Yeah,
and he got a roughing the passer.
Dude, what was it? It was Pat Mahomes scores a touchdown, gets in the defender's face. The defender starts talking shit to him. Travis Kelce pushes him, but it's a penalty.
But the defender gets the penalty.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
And
I didn't even watch the game, but I knew some dumb shit was going to happen.
And
then I heard that shit happen. I was like, Jesus Christ.
The amount of times the Chiefs' offensive line has held to, like, it's at least like 5 a quarter.
I will let them slide with that a little bit, because if you're not going to call it on the Chiefs and you call it on the Bills, then we have a problem.
Right.
Is that what happened?
I don't know how many calls the Bills got, but it seemed like you could see it while the play is happening.
Because
that guy's holding.
Technically, holding's the hardest one, because on every play you hold.
On every play you hold, but what the big
unless it's like blatantly obvious.
Well, like the big distinction in football is if you tug on the jersey.
Jersey. It did happen on the Bills, because Dawkins did. I fucking hate the move, and it's so good if you're really good at it. It pisses you off as a D lineman. The swipe that offensive lineman does to you, and they called holding on Dawkins for that. And that's not holding. Right. That's a football move.
No, yeah.
Granted, it's fucking dirty, and every offensive lineman knows it. Fuck you. But still, clean move.
And apparently nobody can do a hip drop tackle but the Chiefs.
I know, dude. It's supposed to be a 15-yard penalty, and you're supposed to get fined for it. They did not call anything.
There was a fine after they announced a fine on 2 of the Chiefs players. One for roughing the passer on Josh Allen, and one for illegal hip drop tackle on the Chiefs.
Then there should have been a penalty.
Both of them weren't called in the game, but they got fined afterwards. How the hell does that make any sense,
bro? And the same thing with replay assist, dude. It's like, we're going to talk about this, and it's going to be like, I will watch like the last 5 minutes if it's close.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of going back to like the people skipping the game and not watching the Super Bowl. I feel like a lot of people are just saying that because at this point in America, it is like a national holiday. You do have parties planned around, and you do go out, and eat and drink and shit like that.
$8 million. Sorry, $8 million for a Super Bowl ad, by the way.
Oh yeah, at least, and that's like, I think the closer you get to halftime, and the closer you get to the beginning of the game and the end of the game, it gets more.
Yeah,
so you have like middle of second quarter, it's probably like maybe 5.
No, the cheapest is 8.
The cheapest, okay. Like during the halftime show or like the beginning of the end, it's probably close to like 20.
Yeah, there's like a certain sweet spot. Say it's like
and how long it is too.
Yeah, so say it's like first quarter, and you got 11 minutes left. They go to commercial. Say like that's 8 million.
Yeah.
But it's 2-minute warning in the first half, 16 million, just that. Yeah. And then 2-minute warning for the fourth quarter.
Like that's got to be 20 at least.
20 easily.
Or like after the halftime show is over.
I might watch halftime as Kendrick.
Yeah. They say that he could bring out either SZA or Lil Wayne.
I'd rather have Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Because Lil Wayne's from New Orleans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is. And but no, I mean, yeah, Kendrick would be cool, but the Super Bowl ads have kind of tailed off in the recent years.
That's why my dad's like, I want to watch it for the ads. I was like, they haven't been good. When was the Super Bowl ads died when Pineapple Pen became a thing. After that, they died.
There have been some good ones. Like I'm thinking in my head, like there are some good ones, like the Dunkin' Donuts one from last year with Ben Affleck and who was it, Julian Edelman, I think.
Something.
Or yeah, something like that. Like that. Those were good ones. There's a lot that I can't name, but I know that there were some good ones in the last years. But I mean, but the game's just going to be hard to watch. And going back to what I was saying about people skipping it, it's become like a holiday. People probably half of those people that say that they're not going to watch it are probably going to end up watching it.
And we're going to be one of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm saying that I'm not going to watch it. I'm probably end up going to watching it. I'm probably going to end up watching it. Might not go anywhere to watch it. Might just stay at home, but I'm probably going to end up watching it.
If I end up watching it, we either will watch it
Yeah.
or I will be at my uncle's watching it.
Right.
Um,
Or yeah, if my dad goes by my uncle's house to watch it, I'll go with you.
oh, if you're really twisting my arm.
Yes.
But dude, it's just like you know what's gonna happen. It's the Eagles are going to strike first, and by halftime, let's say it's like a mediocre game. It's like 17-10 halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles are up. It's gonna be who's the halftime crew? I forget.
Who?
Is it Fox or CBS for the Super Bowl?
I think it's Fox because the Super Bowl's on Fox.
Okay, so it's Strahan. It's going to be Strahan
Strahan, Jimmy Johnson.
All right, so
Teddy
it's going to be
not Teddy Bridgewater.
I know.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah. It's going to be that crew. It's one of them is going to say, it's the Chiefs. You can't hold your breath just yet. And then automatically the Chiefs are going to win by anywhere from 3 to 10 points in the last second. And this is going to be a bullshit call. There's going to be so many bullshit. Who's the officiating crew, first off? I'm going to search that up. Audio format. Audio format. So, veteran official Ron Tober will be the referee. The Super 59 will be his second Super Bowl assignment. He will be joined by side judge Boris Cheek, who is set to officiate his fourth Super Bowl. The duo will be the only two members of the officiating crew with Super Bowl experience, according to the NFL. I know nothing about Ron Torbert.
No.
The fact that we have to look this up to see if it'll be fucking fairly called is ridiculous. Mike Morton, Max Causey, and Mark Stewart. And then Merle Robinson, Jonah Monroe, and the replay official is Kevin Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I really hope the refs don't fuck this up. The fact of the matter is, it's so blatantly obvious that it's scary.
Yeah.
What are you looking at now?
The number of coin tosses that the Chiefs have won.
A lot.
It said that in the playoffs, going into overtime, they're 6-2 with coin tosses.
Yep.
So I mean, it didn't. It said that I looked up coin toss results this year for that. It didn't give me a straight answer. It just gave me just the normal stats.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because you were talking about the Chiefs going, the Eagles going out first and the Eagles striking first. If the Chiefs win the coin toss, they're probably going to go right out and score a touchdown immediately, and then that automatically puts the Eagles to a disadvantage.
If they win the coin toss, the first coin toss, they're just going to defer.
They could.
Well, you have the odds are in your favor if you defer. It goes from
right. No. Well, I'm saying if they get the ball first, if the Chiefs get the ball first.
Oh yeah.
So whether they choose to take the ball or they choose to defer.
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean,
whether they have to start with the ball, it just I don't know, dude. I say I'm not going to watch it yet. I'm going to watch some of it. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to. So, other thing is the Super Bowl logos.
Yeah.
And that whole conspiracy. So, can you pull it up? Or you want me to pull it up? Like the full on? No, I'm talking about. No. Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. So, last year,
Here, I got it. So, Super Bowl 56. It was Bengals Rams.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl logo was orange and yellow. Super Bowl 57. It was yeah. It was Chiefs and Eagles. Wow, we're having another rematch. But it was green and red. Then Super Bowl 58 was red and purple, so everybody's was like, oh, it's going to be, Ravens and 49ers, but it was 49ers and Chiefs, but they think the purple was because that's when Taylor Swift got introduced into it.
Yeah.
And her whole thing was, like, the Eras tour was supposed to be, like, purple or something.
Well, and the top of the logo was red.
Yeah.
So the top of it was purple, and it was the Ravens and the.
That's what they thought.
Yeah. It was supposed to be the Ravens and the 49ers.
Yeah. And now, coming to Super Bowl 59, the logo is red and green. What do we have? We have Chiefs and Eagles again.
We have Chiefs and Eagles in next year. Super Bowl 60
is blue on blue.
Blue and light blue. Or a little bit of dark blue in there. But Lions fans were rightfully excited because if the track record holds true,
That is true. I'm sure we were going through this before the podcast even started. We were trying to think of. All right, so in the AFC, are there any like dark blue?
The only dark blue or light blue teams that I can think of that would contend for next year would be the Bills and the Chargers.
Yeah, that's it. And then who is blue/light blue NFC?
NFC would be us, the Cowboys, maybe the Colts, and then the Rams.
Colts are AFC.
Yeah. So, yeah, that really be it. It'd be us, Cowboys, and Rams.
Yeah. So I could see us or the Rams, and then a Bills or Chargers.
Yeah.
That's what I can see. Because Mike McCarthy, first off, is not getting hired anywhere, so he said he's just going to hold off until 26.
Right.
Do we think that the Cowboys are going to be able to make it? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
The Rams are the only ones, besides us.
Which it would make sense because it's in Santa Clara, so you have the bridge in the background here.
Yeah, so.
I started freaking out because I was like, there's a bridge in the background.
But what
does Michigan have two of them that are really famous?
Yeah, but what's the other building? Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like. I have no idea.
Chicago, you wouldn't think.
I mean, so
there's a whole Reddit page on this.
Yeah, there is. Super Bowl 60 logo. This is Super Bowl 60 logo has been released, and this is all over Reddit. It's from the sports betting website, legalsportsbetting.com. So BetUS. There's a lot of different. It's a Levi Stadium,
which is the 49ers stadium for all of you guys who do not know.
Yeah. And I mean, the only other thing that I could think that building would be like building in L.A. or a building in San Francisco. But I don't know of any super tall buildings in San Francisco.
That's what I was trying to think of. Like, what?
Tall buildings.
You would have to go with LA, though, for both Chargers and.
You could. Oh, okay. So it is a building in San Francisco, the Salesforce Tower.
Okay.
So it's
All right, so everything in the background has to do with. Okay, so everything in the background has to do with the city it's in.
with the the city of San Francisco.
All right, so that makes me feel better.
It does, but then the colors are the one thing that kind of.
Either way, if we're going off of conspiracy, which has reigned true for the past 4 years in a row, it's going to be two blue teams.
Yeah.
And the Lions are. It's blue and gray. So the Lions are blue and gray, too.
Yeah. And the Rams do have some gray in their colorway as well, but then the
Cowboys do, too.
yeah, the Cowboys do
I
too.
don't think the Cowboys can bounce back from how shitty they are.
The Bills used to have a lot of gray in their color scheme as well too, that's what's making me think Bills and Lions, because it could be.
Yeah, because Chargers don't have any gray.
Charger.
It's white.
They used to a lot. They used to have gray a little bit, but ever since they went to this new rebrand, they don't. It's just been white, and which is kind of making me think of like why they would put those two elements into the logo, because Bills or Buffalo, that's New York. New York as New York City, but they don't play in New York City, so that wouldn't explain the tall building, because there's not really any skyscrapers.
The bridge got us excited because I even had the bridge on my arm, and we were looking at it.
It looks very similar,
but that's
the Golden Gate, though. You could tell by the cross sections. The Ambassador Bridge kind of has X's on it, 3 X's on it. This one just has three straight lines.
Yeah,
it does look very similar, and there is distinctly on the bottom the word Super Bowl is surrounded by Honolulu blue.
That's also very true.
Yes, and then on the trophy, there's Lions blue and black as well.
That is true, but also when I saw the Super Bowl blue at the bottom, I was like, that also looks very close to Chargers.
It does.
So Elias Charger Super Bowl might be sick.
Yeah, I
because
think
that's Harbaugh going against Dan Campbell. Speaking of which, if Dan Campbell doesn't win Coach of the fucking Year this year, this weekend actually, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. No, yeah, it would. I don't understand. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that. Oh, it looks like the Gordie Howe Bridge. It looks like the Mackinac Bridge. Nah, it's the Golden. It's the Golden.
Yeah, but yeah, that's our little conspiracy take.
Yeah, especially if we have if the other logos are anything to reference.
Well, that's been the same case for like the past 4 years.
And they have changed the logos too. Either it's just before the Super Bowl and they change it to match the colors, or they change it like at the start of the playoffs and the colors ended up matching. They've changed some of the logos too. So that's why when we were looking at the logos in the past, the purple one and the I think the one last year, they had changed them to match the colors. And then the teams that made it ended up matching the colors.
It was so weird because, like, obviously, Super Bowl 60 is next year, and it came out.
Right.
And that's how it's been for the past years.
Yeah.
And I remember, well, we were talking about it last year, right? That's when the purple and red one.
Yeah.
Were we doing a podcast back then?
No.
No?
We were doing it last year for the last, like the 58. That was 57, was 2023.
Okay. Either way, I remember we definitely had a conversation. We were thinking because the Super Bowl logo came out, and then it got to playoffs, and we were like, oh shit, is it going to be 49ers and Ravens?
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be 49ers, and Chiefs. And then everybody's like, oh, the purple was because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a stretch, though. To be honest with you,
That's really not her whole tour was purple. The rest of it was
it was.
purple. And I was thinking red and blue make purple. That's why I thought it was going to be a blue team.
Yeah, it would like like Bills and 49ers or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the eras thing,
That was a stretch, but the other three aren't.
no, yeah, but it is crazy though how the one next year, the year afterwards, was also had purple in it to start, but then that's the one they changed. I think
Yeah.
that was because I think the one to start it was also red. I think it was also red and purple, and then they changed it to.
Yeah.
I think they changed it to red and white, or like red and like grayish,
Yeah.
or something like that. And then the Chiefs ended up winning that one, which
Yeah.
is like, what the hell? But
Yeah.
the Bills and or the Rams and Bengals won. That's freaky. The Chiefs and 49ers won. That's freaky.
The Chiefs and Eagles first one was
Yeah,
freaky.
the Chiefs and Eagles first one was like a straight up like tealish green and then like fire orange, which is like close to a red. Yeah, that one. They changed it to that one, which has like red, like some purple and white in it.
This is for a Super Bowl something.
But oh yeah, but it looked similar to that one.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about this.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it was red and white.
But yeah. I don't know, dude. It's I really hope it's true. Like I hope
I do too. Wait, go back.
because this is a logo we got now.
Yeah, what was this one?
This was just a concept.
It was just a concept. This is just a concept too, because that's this year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't cut. Yeah,
They were concepts. This is the actual one.
yeah, that's the actual one. Which
I think they were just messing around with the idea.
like it being in New Orleans with the guy playing the
Yeah.
trombone and shit.
Yeah, like that was definitely a concept.
Right. Which you never know. A lot of people say that this one is a concept, the one that just came out. But there's other articles that are.
But that one
reporting on
looks
it.
like official.
It looks official, but like if you look on the side, it looks like kind of like it's like cropped weird, and the Super Bowl trophy is kind of like in the L at the end.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it does look kind of like scrappily put together, like it was kind of like rushed. But this year's Super Bowl wasn't over yet. So if this is the official logo, they're gonna refine it.
They might refine it. I was going to say it might look something like that.
Yeah, that looks better. But then the L is still in the trophy.
I think they did that on purpose.
They might. Yeah.
But it's just or something like that.
Yeah, and here's a concept, which is like the same thing, but it's blue and red.
So that would definitely be Buffalo.
That would probably be Buffalo.
Who knows,
then,
dude? What? All right, hold on. Let me dive even deeper. Hold on. Let me. Oh my god. Hold on. All right.
We'll probably end up seeing it during the Super Bowl because they have those commercials where it's like enter now for a chance to win tickets for next year's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely end up seeing the logo during this year.
I was going to say, what if it was every single logo that has a primary color, like the primary color won, but that's not the case because the Rams won, the Chiefs won, and the Chiefs won again. And I was going to say this logo is basically all red with a little bit of green in there. So I was like, maybe that's, but no, that's not true.
So, there was also like maybe they switched it to the combinations of the colors, like you were saying with the purple, but then no.
I hope they keep it, and I hope they make it like clearer and like I guess blue. I hope they keep it blue still.
Yeah, I hope they do too.
I don't care what they do as long as they keep the colors blue.
Which it would be different because a lot of the other ones, the past ones have been red.
Yeah,
because the Chiefs have been all of them almost.
So does that mean the Chiefs don't win this year and don't get the 3-peat? Or does that mean they get the three-peat and they just chill for a year?
I don't know. Or maybe they do get the three-peat this year. Kelsey retires, and a few guys
Andy,
leave. Andy Reid
yeah.
retires, and they don't end up making it next year. Because that was one of the questions too. Like I've been
Yo, we
talking with a
better
few people
stop
at
talking
work.
to FBI agents. Go come down that
Yo,
door.
yeah, they had a SWAT team repelled from the roof. But I was talking with a few people at work. They were like, "Do you think could Kelsey retire after this year?" And I think if he wins, he's going to retire. And people were saying that if he wins, he's going to retire and propose to Taylor Swift on the field.
I bet you that's gonna happen.
And I was like, that is some shit that would exactly happen.
I bet you right now because he wants to do podcasting with his brother.
Yeah, he does. He wants to be on the Kelsey podcast or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And I mean, and Travis Kelsey. I mean, I don't think he's going to get into a career of coaching. I mean, I don't think he's merely the coaching type, like the coaching personality.
No, I don't think
No,
so. I think he's gonna stick to being like a influencer type person.
he might start up like maybe an acting career or
Maybe.
something. You never know. But
Maybe,
I do think that if he
maybe he
wins,
starts making music with Taylor.
ah, oh my god,
If we don't assume we're gonna go off on a 2 hour tangent.
yeah, we're gonna go in the rabbit hole.
All right. Maybe next week we'll go on the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We'll
who knows?
see.
But alrighty,
All right. Thank you for watching season 2. Next week is the final episode of season 2.
yes. Well,
So
maybe, or yeah, no, yeah, because after the Super Bowl, yeah.
yeah. So season 2 is almost done, sadly.
Yeah,
But season 3 is honestly.
we're like 40 episodes in, some like 40 something episodes in. Because I think last season was 23 or something like that.
Really?
I think it was. I think we did like
Oh
23 last season,
yeah,
and then
but
we're on 21 right now.
yeah, we also did like multiple videos a week sometimes.
That's true. Yeah, so yeah, that's true. Yeah, we would do like one when we first started. We did like 2 a week
Yeah.
or something like that. But now we're down to 1 a week.
And we might speed up. Who
Yeah,
knows?